with everything that Senator Merkley, Senator Leahy, and Senator Testa said, and I'm sure I'll be in agreement with Senator Blumenthal as well. This is not a complicated issue. The American people have a right to know what they're eating. We must adopt meaningful federal GMO labeling standards. This legislation, the Roberts-Stabenow bill, certainly is not that. This is not a radical idea, as you have heard. Some 64 countries all over the world provide their consumers with the opportunity to know whether they're eating food with GMO-modified organisms. Not a radical idea. This is an idea, as John Testa just mentioned and Senator Leahy mentioned, that the American people want. And that is why states like Vermont, Maine, Connecticut, and Alaska have adopted laws to label foods containing GMOs, and why many other states are interested and on the path to doing that. That is also why many environmental groups, including the Natural Resources Defense Council, the Sierra Club, the League of Conservation Voters, the Environmental Working Group, and many, many other organizations oppose the Roberts-Stabenow bill because they believe in real GMO labeling. Importantly, and Senator Leahy made this point, the Roberts-Stabenow bill will preempt the strong GMO labeling that went into effect in Vermont a few days ago on July 1st. And it will also undermine the efforts of other states to label GMOs. So the timing of this legislation is not an accident. What its goal is to overturn, to rescind the very significant legislation passed in the state of Vermont. The Roberts-Stabenow bill is also absolutely unnecessary. As a result of Vermont's law, many major companies are already labeling their products in 50 states in this nation. And let me repeat that. As a result of Vermont's law, companies all over this country, some of the largest companies in the nation, are already complying. And guess what? These companies started labeling their GMO foods, and the sky didn't fall. It was not a big deal for them. The Roberts-Stabenow bill contains numerous loopholes and is totally ineffective in terms of addressing the needs of the American people who want to know what is in the food they consume. According to the FDA, this bill contains gaping loopholes for many of the most widely used GMO foods and ingredients like soybean oil, sugar from GMO sugar beets, high fructose corn syrup, and GMO salmon and other fish. This bill is inherently flawed because it allows manufacturers to use a digital QR code, which is confusing to consumers. And in the grocery store that my family shops, the internet reception is not all that great. It would not benefit us, and I suspect tens of other millions of consumers around this country. This bill also allows the USDA to choose what percentage of GMOs are present in a product before it must be labeled, putting it at odds with the European Union and the Vermont standards, which are both 0.9%. So this is a bad bill for a number of reasons. It is very much an anti-consumer bill, and I will do everything that I can to see that it's defeated. Senator Blumenthal.
Thank you. Thanks, Senator Sanders. And